the ear, and it stays for 10 days and 10 nights. So if you go for TENS, transcutaneous electroneural stimulation, then you just apply for 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes you have the problem again. And if you go for anything else like massage, everything is just a 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour luxury treatment, and you have pain again. So we know from studies, no treatment works if it's passive. You cannot get health by passive treatment, you need active treatment. And this machine is active because it rewires your brain and you will start to change your lifestyle. So more than 90% of the cardiovascular disease could be prevented. And more than 60% of the deaths on this planet could be prevented. And 90% of the diabetes, you asked me yesterday, could someone with diabetes be reversed? So yes, the answer is 90% could be reversed with knowledge only and with change of lifestyle. It should be in the early stage. In the later stage, let's say type 3 diabetes, where you get dementia, is an inflammation of the brain. I know it's very provocative to say that type 3 diabetes is dementia. We get brain fog from sugar. Okay, let's go back to the device. This device is entering the brain and rewires what you perceive. So we are like a computer and we have a software. The brain is the hardware, and what we think and what we memorize. So we have two memories. The one is like the memory in the cortex and subcortical. We can call this memory, and we have the cerebellum and all these things that memorize as well. Pain memory is not only in our consciousness, it is stored in the muscle. So I'm an osteopath as well. I treat my patient with osteopathy, so I touch them. Normally doctors don't touch patients, they just talk and throw a ibuprofen and here, take it. And it is necessary to touch the patient because you can feel the pain. So once you can feel how stiff the pain is, like a trigger point. And of course, as an empathic, we are doctors, are human as well. We should feel the pain and say, oh, I understand your pain. That means you cannot have fun with your family. And this destroys your life. This is empathy. You feel it in many ways. You feel it with your hands. So the pain is real, and you feel it in your heart. And with that, the most important thing as a doctor is empathy and kindness. So my medical, what I've created is a kind medicine. It's not only superior medicine with AI, it's kindness. So I want to let you know this method and thing that I've created is motivated by love. So my wish is everybody to understand the reasons of pain and how to avoid pain, and then we get rid of pain. I know it's very ambitious. I think that's why we're here with Professor Luc Montagnier. He has received the Nobel Prize because he was definitely a smart person, intelligent person. But more, why we respect someone is because someone is brave and says the truth and is loving and kind. So we respected people who are kind. The legacy is kindness, right? And we should follow people who has kindness, and that's why we're here today. Not because curiosity, everybody can talk about pain and things, but I think today what matters is kindness. How can we really understand pain and share knowledge to avoid pain? And that's the mission. We're going to teach how to get rid of pain with the My Medical and the My System. So it's an ecosystem of knowledge. We will screen the pain, the causes of pain. So we ask. So the most important thing, the tool that a doctor has is to talk, right? So then we ask the right question, hopefully, and then I think the first important tool is the eye. It's not the ear. So if I ask you, what is your problem? Then you can hear only, but I listen. I see in your eyes why and where you have pain, how you present it. It's not important what the person says, it's how the person says it. So it's with my eyes. When a patient goes through my door, I already feel and see what is the problem. He walks in like, ah, why I don't need to ask anymore. I see it, right? So the first tool a doctor has is the eye, and the second is the ear, and it comes hopefully into the brain. And the problem is many doctors, it goes out here and say, okay, here's ibuprofen. And that's the problem, and I really want to change this. So with the AI that we have created is we collect all data. The problem with doctors are we are limited. Every human is limited. We can differentiate between only 9 numbers. Pigeons can distinguish 50 numbers because they fly from above and they see 50 things. At the same time, they say 50. And we are super limited. We cannot distinguish many things. We don't care. We really don't care about details. So if we have a table, a brain functions evolutionary. It sees only the edges and the corner. Why is that? Because if you see a table, you don't want to die, so you avoid the corner and edges. If you fall to the brain, then you die. So we see only the edges and the corner. We don't see the surface of the table. So what we are doing is confabulating. We substitute things that we don't interest and says there is something. So that means we were very selective. Our brain from the, so from here the eye to the chiasma opticum and the occipital hemisphere, a lot of information is getting lost, and it is just an illusion. We replace memory with history that never happened. So what I want to say is a doctor is limited and doesn't listen to the patient. He just listens, okay, how can I get rid of this case and go to the next patient and earn more money. That's the normal motivation of doctors to survive. So out of this problem, we created the medical AI that listens. So we collect all data, everything. So the patient could tell 60 pages of suffering in the past, and I put that into the AI. So the AI is created by this gentleman here, Mr. Rock. He sits in the front. He is the founder of the Swiss AI Association. Rock, everybody looks at you. So Rock created this AI for me. He founded the Swiss AI Association, and 3 years ago we said, how can we solve this problem that doctors doesn't listen and cannot memory everything? And we came up with My. My is recording everything, every marker in your blood, your CRP, inflammation, and every heart rate variability. We can even access through API in real time, how you feel, how you slept, and so on. And this is the cool thing, is we're in the future, 2025, that we can screen anything in real time, and we have everything. So we know why you didn't sleep, how you slept, how big is the pain, and then we understand much more. So that's why we created this logo. If you see this logo, here, over there. You see there's a 3-dimensional box, this little box, it's a 3-dimensional, it's just a cube. And this represents us. We are living in a box. We randomly choose X, Y, and Z, and we stay there. So the problem is here, and we stay in the box, and we never look outside of the box. So it's like we live with problems, and we try to find solution by using problems. So sometimes we have to go out and see from outside, and we see the solution, which is outside of the box. So that's why we came with this idea. Why don't we enter the Hilbert space? The Hilbert space is a quantum reality of knowledge that can host infinite dimensions. And that's literally what AI is. It's a Hilbert space of infinite dimension, every vector between a dot. So you see the dot, 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 and if you connect the dots, you will see M. M is the solution. So you have to leave the 3rd dimension, goes to the 4th dimension, to see the M. The solution is outside of what we have here. Like if you have pain, ibuprofen is still a solution in the 3rd dimension. And the 4th dimension, someone says, hey, I love you, the pain is not real, you can forget it, you can move, you can let it go, and the problem will go away long term. So this is our approach, to go outside and zoom out, and the patient needs this transmission and the empowerment. Yes, we can zoom out. If I'm outside of the box, I can see much more. I can see my own problem, and I can solve my own problem. I don't need the doctor. And this device helps you to have time to forget. Imagine if you have pain 8 out of 10 with morphine, then you cannot think about anything. You just in jail with pain. And with the My device, we turn off the pain instantly within 15 minutes. And you wear this device for 10 days and 10 nights, and then you have no pain anymore. It's really spooky if you are used to live with pain and the pain is gone for 10 days and even longer. And in this time, we teach people. So it's a hybrid technology. We take away the pain, and then we teach how to prevent pain. And to teach people that pain is not real. Pain is a simulation. So the most provocation that I can come up today is pain is not real. Pain is just simulation by our hardware. So this is the first. Someone stands on your foot. This is real. And then the nerves goes into your brain, and the brain says, ow, and you release leukotriene, prostaglandin, and all these bad things that makes inflammation in your body, and you have a cascade of lots of problems. So rheumatologist knows a lot about inflammation. And the problem is it stays in the cerebellum and in the subcortical structure and doesn't forget. The pain stays in your brain. Even someone steps on your foot only one time, but the brain has a memory of pain and makes a loop. Morbus-Sudeck, chronic regional pain syndrome, you know it. And when someone steps on your foot, then the hair is growing different, you sweat differently, and this for years. So Morbus-Sudeck is a real thing. This is like a phantom thing in your brain. Even the cause is already gone long time. So imagine you can enter the brain with just 4 wires, infuse information, and delete this phantom illusionary pain. And then there is no vegetative dystonia and disorder in it. We just solved it. We did that, and it's real. So we can enter the brain. Elon Musk is trying to do it with Neuralink. And for that you have to cut the skull. Who wants that? I don't think nobody wants that. We have the gentle version of that. We just put it behind the ear, and it really doesn't hurt a lot. So if you take blood, it hurts much more. It's just a little tiny peak. And then through these 4 electrodes, we go directly into the brain and through the nervus vagus. This is a number 10 cranial nerve. So it's real. And this is like the greatest gift of the university of mankind, of evolution, that we have one cable, something that's real, which just says you are happy, there is no pain. And that's not my invention. This is evolution. So the vagus is what we are doing. We are going through the vagus and stimulating 10 days, 10 nights, 3,000 times more effective than any other technology of this world. And we have frequency, we have the rest of the body. We have even this subtle energy pathways, which is really interesting. So we have the real things that we can measure with electricity. So the cranial nerves 10, nervus valgus, and the 5th, trigeminus, and 2 from the plexus cervicalis. So it's real neuroanatomy. It's not something like just fantasy. You can measure it. It makes a loud noise when you locate it perfectly. And then we go very precise millimeter and stimulate it. And the body will release enkephalines, and that goes to the same receptors as the opioids. And that's why we get rid of opioids without any withdrawal effects. So that's why the FDA gave us the FDA clearance to help people with drugs and opioids. So I told about pain is 635 billion, and guess how much is the opioid crisis just in America? 1,000 billion, so it's a T, 1 trillion. And we have this FDA clearance for that indication and 3 other more. And because we, proven by study, can release enkephalines that docks to opioid receptors, the body doesn't need the opioids anymore, instantly. And if you do it 10 days, your body is so happy, has no desire for opioids anymore. That's like the experience nearly 100%. With pain, we have 85-90% good results. So it's really incredible that the body is able to solve the problems itself. It just needs a little friendly reminder. So what we are doing is to remind you, you are so super powerful. Every one of us are able to forgive ourselves, to forget the pain, and to restart as a brave being and kind being and wise being, protecting ourselves and then help others to do the same. So that's why I told you this, what I'm doing is not just a device, it's a mission, it's something so beautiful that we have to teach people. And I helped someone yesterday and said, please teach me this. Yes, of course, I will teach everyone. I teach the AI, and I want to teach every doctor how to go into the heart and feel the patient, listen to the patient, and with this motivation of kind medicine, we will create a new kind of medicine. This is a sustainable medicine. How to make the patient powerful enough to avoid their problems and to handle their problems naturally. So this is what I want to share with you today, and it's possible, and we're creating everything needed to make it happen. So my team is sitting here. So Mike is sitting there. He's the guy from the US, and Mike, another Mike, we have two Mikes from the US. He just came here, and because they believe in this mission to reduce pain in this world and help everyone in a gentle and kind way. And I thank you guys for doing that, supporting me all these years. You guys working really day and nights, I know it. They are online like day and night, working hard to make this device available. Now it's in America available, and in Vietnam. I will fly to Vietnam, Da Nang and Hanoi and teach at the university hospital. I did it last year already. I had 30 patients in Saigon. It's with very poor patient, and we gave it for free. So patient with amputation, and the nurse said, she has no pain anymore. After 30 minutes when we were installing, I was to the next patient, and she has no pain anymore. So it was like the greatest moment, giving something for free, and it helps so that the patient with amputation doesn't need any medication anymore. And so because we witnessed so many cool things, I'm really motivated to share it with everyone and go to every place in the world. So Rwanda is very interested, Australia is very interested, and I'm looking forward to go anywhere people want to witness the miracle of you, the miracles in you. It's just the Vegas. It's your ability to heal, the ability to forget the loop of pain. So this is the message, is there's a loop of pain and you can forget. And you just rewrite your program. And with this device, which works with frequency and much more, I need 100 hours to teach you much more about all the secrets of quantum physics, quantum reality, how things pops out of nothingness and creates reality and the brain, and how we can rewrite it. You can challenge me, I will be here later, and you can ask me about quantum physics and how pain comes from just an illusion. I told you my vocation, everything is just rendered, created by your own brain. If it's outside of your brain, you will never see it. So everything you see is in your brain. And this method is to change your program. We're changing everything you want as you want. And it's just the beginning with 5 indications, like irritable bowel syndrome, diabetic polyneuropathy, after cardiac operation, and opioid withdrawal. So you know, it's really powerful. In Vietnam, I applied to a patient with Parkinson. The tremor stops instantly. So there's so much more. I could tell you hours and hours, as I told. I'm coming to the end of my time, and hope we stay in contact. We have all these papers here. You can scan it with QR code, and then contact us. We're happy to help you to understand it and be part of this family, part of the mission to reduce pain and teach people to understand how to become healthy and happy. Very long time. So I told you already about biohacking. It's not only this. We want to teach you to get rid of inflammation. Okay, the last thing, like Steve Jobs says, the last thing is we reduce inflammation. with reducing inflammation, like rheumatological problems, is accessible. It's not just suppressing with, yeah, let's say it's possible. Your nervus vagus is able to suppress inflammation, and the rest you can, as doctors, as you are with creation, what if we can reduce inflammation? What does it make with cholesterol? What does it make with liver enzymes? What does it with your hormone? So I made my research about the liver. I found out that the liver gets fatty liver through behavior, lifestyle, and that brings down testosterone. I published in the Liver International, and so what I want to say is everything is going through inflammation, and then the testosterone goes down, you get depressed. This for women as well, and it's all interconnected with inflammation. With that, the cholesterol problem, the conversion of thyroid goes through the liver as well, from T4 to T3. So you see, everything is connected with everything, and that's why the MAI is connecting everything with everything, so you understand how to solve the problem in a smart way. And once you access the source code, like we do, we literally just turn off the switch in the brain and says, go to happiness mode, go into the parasympathicus. And the parasympathicus is doing the rest, and that's for free. Imagine we have all happiness for free. We just need someone who press the switch, and that's what we are doing. All right?
Tout le monde a compris ou vous peut-être vouloir quelqu'un me poser une question? C'est bon? Il n'y a pas de souci? Pas de problème? Bah, comme la super d'anglais, peut-être que quelqu'un n'a pas...
When will it be available in Europe?
Yes. Yes, so we just
about patients who could need this.
Wonderful question. We worked really hard to get the certification in Europe. We started for a couple of months ago, and it looks pretty good since we're FDA cleared. There is no question if, it's just when. And we try to speed up, hopefully in 6 months, but we keep you updated. If you scan the code, let's become friends, join the network, and when we are ready, invite you. We need doctors who wants to be kind, wants to share this information. That's why we're here today. We need you to make it happen. Without you, it's just a secret project for some people, and that's not the idea, to hide the secret how to reduce pain. Right? That's why. Thank you for the question.
How much does it cost?
Oh, this is the business part. I'm just a scientist. Right now, we have no certificate. That's why we just do the research. In the future, if we have a network, friends, then we have to try to make it as cheap as possible. Our idea is to make it accessible for everyone. You're welcome. More questions? Ah, sorry. So I think you want to ask me personally. I'm staying was the last meeting. Sorry, there's one last question.
Based on acupuncture.
Yes, so as I told you, this is a combination of information that we go through AI and the device to the cranial nerves, and of course the ear represents the whole brain. So we have everything in the ear. That's why we choose the ear. We didn't choose somewhere in the stomach because there is not everything. And here we have the Shen Man. The Shen Man is the same as the vagus. It has the same function. It just makes you happy on the energy level. So yes, I proved it with conductivity or electricity, and we can locate the Shen Man, so it's real, and it works. It's pretty. And imagine you have the one password, the second, the third, and the fourth, and you have them all at the same time. So both holistic is positive.
Si vous avez l'explication, il y a un stand en bas, donc vous pourrez aller le trouver et vous pourrez lui parler directement. D'accord? Donc maintenant, on va enchaîner avec mon ami Dominique, celui que je connais le plus longtemps ici. Hein. Voilà, c'est pas le plus chinois, mais la plus vieille. Je dis pas le nombre d'années. Le premier que j'ai connu quand démarrant. Hein, donc, tu vas Donc tu vas nous présenter ton dernier livre et ton parcours de médecin. Et tu as fait partie de notre groupe Cronimètre. Tu en étais un président de deuxième après moi, je crois. Reprends, tu parles de tout.
Pour reprendre ce que tu dis, je voulais commencer comme ça. En 2008, le professeur Montagnier obtint son prix Nobel. Et nous, en 2009, nous avons fait une réunion commune de nos deux associations. Pardon? Je ne parle pas assez fort. Voilà, c'est bon là. En 2009, nous avons fait une réunion commune de deux associations à l'époque. Ariane, qui était présidée par Corinne, et l'ADNO, qui était présidée par moi. Et c'était en présence du professeur Montagnier. Et à la fin de cette réunion, nous avons discuté, Corinne et moi, nous avons dit on ne peut pas en rester là, il faut qu'on puisse se revoir avec M. Montagnier. Et c'est ainsi qu'est né Chronimed, que j'ai présidé la première année, et j'ai passé après la présidence à Gérard Guillaume qui est là. Et on s'est réunis, en gros une vingtaine ou une trentaine de praticiens. Il n'y avait pas que des médecins, il y avait des agronomes, il y avait divers métiers. Et on s'est réunis jusqu'au décès du professeur, et à peu près une fois par mois. Et je dois dire que c'est vraiment grâce à lui que ce parcours médical s'est réalisé. Alors j'ai voulu résumer tout ça, résumer tout mon parcours de vie, bien au-delà de tout ça, dans ce livre voilà, une vie de médecin. Et j'ai choisi, je le dis tout de suite, c'est très important, j'ai choisi de ne pas l'éditer en librairie parce que j'ai publié environ une vingtaine de livres et je sais très bien comment ça se passe entre les éditeurs et les libraires. Le premier mois, vous trouvez 3 livres à la FNAC et le mois d'après, la FNAC vous répond, de toute façon, on ne peut pas le commander, c'est épuisé. Donc j'ai choisi un autre système, j'ai pris Pure Santé, qui est à Lausanne, comme éditeur et qui ne vend exclusivement que sur son fichier Internet et sur les adresses Internet. Donc, il faut, pour se procurer le livre, il faut copier ce lien. J'ai des petites cartes en bas d'ailleurs qui vous le précisent, en bas au niveau du stand Vital Plus. Et à ce moment-là, vous pouvez commander le livre et vous pouvez en commander plusieurs exemplaires. Et je dois dire que d'ailleurs, après 2 exemplaires, ils font même cadeau du port. Donc ça, c'est très intéressant. Et je pense que ça permet aux gens vraiment intéressés de cibler, de mieux cibler et de vendre autrement. En tout cas, c'est une expérience. Moi, mon expérience de médecin, elle remonte à presque une 50aine d'années. Et je voudrais surtout vous parler des 2 personnes qui, dans ma vie, m'ont beaucoup influencé. En premier, c'était le professeur Lucien Israël, avec qui j'ai fait mon diplôme universitaire de cancérologie. Lucien Israël était un homme polymorphe, je dirais, un peu comme Luc Montagnier dans son domaine. C'était le premier enseignant de cancérologie médicale réelle, c'est-à-dire pas ciblé sur une spécialité. Et il était très ouvert, puisque même avec lui, nous avions essayé à l'époque de valider, de doser un certain nombre de choses. Il n'était pas toujours d'accord, il ne réussissait pas toujours, mais il y a eu la vitamine C, il y a eu la vitamine A, il y a eu la vitamine D, il y a même eu le Viscom album, le gui fermenté qu'il a testé. Et ça, j'ai raconté ça dans un livre qui malheureusement n'est plus disponible, qui s'appelle Thérèse ou l'amour médecin. Au-delà de ça, j'ai voulu dire aussi qu'on était médecin pour soi-même. Parce que je suis moi-même, j'ai découvert moi-même il y a 20 ans, après un infarctus, que j'étais un coronaropathe important, puisque le cardiologue à l'époque, c'était il y a 20 ans, m'a dit vous n'avez qu'une seule coronaire, vous n'avez une coronaire droite qui a disparu et vos autres coronaires, il y a beaucoup de sténose. Donc je me suis fait traiter, les stents ça a été miraculeux, mais il reste une fragilité encore, j'ai encore fait une petite récidive il y a peu de temps, donc ça m'a beaucoup appris, ça m'a d'autant plus appris que ma fille Valentine est décédée à 45 ans à la suite d'une pose de stent. Elle avait les mêmes coronaires que son papa, et elle disait, je regrette d'ailleurs que mon papa m'ait légué ses coronaires pourris, j'aurais préféré qu'il me lègue son savoir et son intelligence. C'était gentil, mais malheureusement ça a été aussi un choc important. Et puis dans ce livre, je parle aussi beaucoup d'expériences de patients. notamment une patiente qui était très proche, qui a fini par décéder d'un lymphome aigu qui n'a pas été diagnostiqué alors qu'elle se plaignait depuis des mois et qu'on la soignait tout à fait, de façon tout à fait anarchique, d'autant plus qu'elle avait eu dans ses antécédents un cancer du sein et qu'on pensait que c'était une récidive. On a découvert que c'était un lymphome par une laparotomie une semaine avant son décès. Voilà. Et il y a beaucoup d'autres raisons qui m'ont amené à m'intéresser et à être en connexion avec le professeur Luc Montagnier, parce que nous avions, lui faisait de la médecine orthomoléculaire sans le savoir. C'est-à-dire que les tests que réalise le laboratoire, et Jamal actuellement, c'est pouvoir donner à quelqu'un, à un instant T, le diagnostic précis et le remède précis dont il a besoin. C'est valable pour la médecine, c'est valable pour les antibiotiques, c'est valable pour la nutrition. C'est le concept de médecine orthomoléculaire, c'est-à-dire donner à la personne en prévention, puisque Luc Montagnier avait fait un livre « Prévenir mieux que guérir », et moi je fais un deuxième livre derrière, qui s'appelle « Mieux que guérir », et que d'ailleurs le professeur m'avait préfacé. C'est-à-dire que la prévention, la vraie santé, c'est pas attendre qu'on soit malade. La vraie santé, c'est cultiver la santé. Et j'ai souvent dit, pourquoi est-ce qu'on donne aux gens une feuille de maladie? Il n'y en a plus maintenant avec les cartes vitales. Mais pourquoi on donnait aux gens une feuille de maladie? Parce qu'on devrait plutôt donner une feuille de santé. Un médecin, il est là pour donner de la santé et il doit intervenir bien en amont de la maladie. Ça a été la règle de toute ma vie et je pense que c'est sur quoi, c'est ce que voulait réaliser le professeur Montagnier, c'est-à-dire réaliser un panel d'expériences qui permettent effectivement de prévenir, d'intervenir en amont et qui soit disponible par toutes et tous avant que la maladie se déclare. Et ça, c'est un point qui m'est très cher. Alors, ça, c'est ce que je viens de vous dire. En 2004, j'ai eu 2004 au ski, j'ai eu un accident de ski un accident de ski important au niveau du plateau tibial avec une triple fracture qui m'a empêché de mettre le pied par terre pendant 6 mois. Et en 2005, à la suite d'un ECG fait par un ami, on découvre que j'ai un infarctus à la pointe du cœur. Je n'avais eu aucun symptôme. Le seul symptôme que j'ai eu pendant cette année, ce temps entre 2004 et 2005, c'était la fatigue, une immense fatigue. Il y a quelqu'un, non, je croyais qu'il y avait quelqu'un qui voulait parler. Une immense fatigue, je n'ai jamais eu aucune douleur, aucune oppression, simplement la fatigue. Et j'avais contacté à l'époque quelqu'un à Monaco, le professeur Dor, qui est décédé, qui ne peut pas décéder, qui est en retraite maintenant, et j'avais envoyé aussi mes disques de Coronaro à tous les cardiologues censés pouvoir faire des pontages ou des stents. Comme quoi aussi, là, il y a un point important qu'on verra à la conclusion de ce que je dis, la médecine doit être participative.